Good morning, everyone. In this occasion, I would like to present our research titled Effect of Collector Concentration NPS on Lithium-ion Battery Recycling Using Float Flotation. This research was conducted by me, Zaira Regita Prawiranto, Mr. Indra Perdana, and Mr. Himawan Tribayu Murti Petrus from Chemical Engineering Department, Universitas Gadjah Mada. At first, I will share about the background of our research. Lithium-ion batteries are extensively used in many applications, such as portable electronic device, transportation, and energy storage. LIBs dominate many applications due to their efficient energy storage relative to mass and size. These batteries can store energy for extended period, are cost-effective to produce, and are available in large size. The inner part of LIBs is composed of a cathode, anode, electrolyte, and a separator. It is then covered by a protective metal casing covering plastic and an electronic control unit. Of all these components, the anode and cathode are the most important component. The material in the anode is mostly carbon, and the cathode material is a mixture of lithium with other oxide. In industry, other mixture in the cathode are nickel, mangan, and cobalt. These compounds are used because nickel and cobalt have high stability and durability, while mangan is cheap and offers good rate capability and a high thermal threshold. However, despite their advantage, LIBs have a limited lifespan, which eventually lead to waste disposal. That pose significant environmental challenge. It contains heavy metal and toxic chemical that can harm the environment if not properly damaged. Now, how to solve this problem? One of the methods to reduce environmental impact of LIBs recycling is recycling. The recycling process is carried out to recover the anode material from the black mass mixture so that it can be reused. There are three methods that can be used to recycle LIBs, namely pyrometallurgy, hydrometallurgy, and direct recycling. The pyrometallurgy method utilizes heat treatment till 1500 degrees for the recovery of valuable metal that make all components such as anode, organic bearing material, separator, polybinder, and electrolyte burn off and lost. It consumes high energy and is an expensive process. The hydrometallurgy method uses various of acid to break the crystal structure and produce high recovery better than pyrometallurgy method. However, there is a considerable production of wastewater associated with it. So this method is also not very effective. Direct recycling methods are offered to obtain high recovery value because all the component can be recycled and it can be more economical. In direct recycle, flotation can be implemented to separate the graphite from the metal oxide that have high efficiency, which can be regenerated for direct cathode manufacturing. Now we will talk about flotation. What is flotation? Flotation is the process of separating or concentrating a particle from another particle by using the principle of differences in surface properties, which the hydrophobic properties and the hydrophilic properties. The hydrophobic particles separate by attaching themselves to the blown air bubble and react add to the flotation column and rise to form a foam-rich hydrophobic particle. Reagents are important aspect that need to be considered in the flotation process. They function to increase the flotation process effectiveness. The type of reagent in flotation are frotter and collector. The frotter in the flotation process function to increase the flotation rate by reduce the surface tension of the bubble so that the bubble form are smaller and have a large surface area for particle to stick. Collector, which are organic compound, are added to the process to make the selected material hydrophobic through an adsorption mechanism onto the surface of the selected mineral. One type of collector is kerosene, which is included in the non-ionic collector group. In flotation, to increase its efficiency, various modifications are made such initial application of heating. This heating treatment is carried out to remove other components that may be contained in the material that we will separate and whose present interface with the flotation process. Next, we will share the objective of this research. First, to identify the impact of pyrolysis pretreatment on recovery measurement. Second, to identify the effect of the variation in amount of collector concentration and pH on anode cathode result. Third is to determine the optimal condition of separating the anode and cathode. The methodology from this research, the first step is to pre-treat used battery obtained from PT VR Motor Indonesia. Used batteries are discharged to remove their voltage in a 1 molar sodium chloride solution. Then the battery is opened using a grinder and the anode and cathode are separated before the dismantling process. The anode then dismantled with RO water and the cathode use 0.2 molar sulfuric acid. The final stage is the pyrolysis using a muffle furnace for 2 hours at a temperature of 5500 degrees to remove the binder attached to the material. To determine the differences in material before and after pretreatment, Kotak Angel analysis and Raman spectrophotometry were carried out. Next, in the flotation process, 4 grams of material was added into the flotation cell with 100 ml of RO water and stir for 3 minutes with an impeller speed of 1200 RPM. Kerosene as a collector with concentration variation of 850, 1650, and 2500 was added and conditioned for 3 minutes, followed by the addition of methyl isobutyl carbinol as a frother with concentration of 150 and condition for 2 minutes. pH adjuster sulfuric acid as added to achieve a set variation condition at pH 4, 7, and 9. Flotation process was held for 10 minutes with aeration rate of 150 millimeter per minute at room temperature. The sample collect for 10 minutes as a top result were tested using the gravimeter method by inserting the sample into a muffle furnace at the temperature of 950 degrees for 1 hour. The remaining sample were designed to obtain the anode and cathode recovery values. The result from this study, first, on the Kotak Angel test applied to the anode and cathode before pyrolysis, the Kotak Angel of the cathode was 40 and anode was 34 degrees. That means that the both of anode and cathode have hydrophilic properties before pretreatment, which will reduce the effectiveness of flotation. For the test result after pretreatment, namely with Raman spectrophotometry, the peak value obtained at 167, 263, and 548 indicate the cathode, and 1597 and 1774 indicate the anode, namely graphite with G and 2D by 2 bands, and no binder peak was found, indicate at a wavelength of 800, which indicate that pyrolysis can remove binder and restore the surface properties of mineral to their original properties. Next, the result from flotation process for collector concentration variation show that at the lowest concentration condition, the highest recovery of valuable mineral was obtained, followed by lowest recovery of coke minerals. The higher the collector concentration, the higher the recovery, but the selectivity value must still be considered because the higher the collector concentration value, the more particles were adsorbed on the collector and made the particle of both the anode and cathode more hydrophobic. It can be seen from the higher combat recovery value, but has a lower selectivity value because there's an unwanted material that is taken. And for pH condition, show that the under acidity condition, the recovery of coke material was the smallest because the H plus ion are dissociated and made salt from the reaction with the cathode, whereas graphite was oxidized, so the recovery of valuable mineral was also small. In neutral condition, the highest recovery value of valuable mineral is obtained, which is renewable with the increasingly high selectivity value. In alkali condition, the H plus ion are neutral. And at the same time, the decrease of salt that made the recovery of mineral increase. So the conclusion from this research are the high recovery of valuable material and also the high selectivity value are choose as the optimum value. The results show an optimum graphite recovery of 90% that was achieved at a collector concentration 850 with corresponding metal oxide recovery of 25%. The recovery was obtained at pH 7 with a percentage 94% with a metal oxide recovery of 24%. A neutral pH value allow minimal change in surface property of the anode and cathode. And the last, the optimal condition of the collector concentration at 850 and the neutral pH condition combined can effectively provide optimal recovery value in the separation of anode and cathode with the flotation process. Thank you.